Now I can see it.
Awesome. What can I do for you?
All right, so I have a couple questions, and then I wanted to underwrite two deals with you just because I'm kind of worried about how I'm running my ARV. I mean my comps. But yeah, let's here. I'll start with just running a deal real quick. So address
Okay,
is
wait. Hold on. Because this goes on YouTube. So are you comfortable giving out the address? Because anyone who watches this video tomorrow on could potentially grab the deal.
um
You want me
honestly.
just are you close to getting this under contract? Like if these numbers that we come up with, if they're good, are you about to get this under contract?
Well,
Because I can always just wait a
that's the
week.
thing. I don't think this deal is going to work, which is why I was going to throw it out there. I'm okay with taking that chance just
All right,
because
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If it don't work, no one will ever see this fucking video. Who cares?
Okay. All right.
What's the address, bro?
All right. So it's 14409 Still Meadow Drive.
2 words? Oh, here it
Yes.
is.
Words.
Houston?
Yeah, Houston.
Okay. All right. Before I look into it, what did you come up with as an ARV?
I came up with 260, but more like 250, like so 255 ish, 255.
That. And then it is a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
Yeah,
Is it a townhouse?
it is a townhouse. Yeah.
Okay. Is there an HOA?
No. I didn't check honestly. There probably is but I didn't get that far to check because the numbers were just not making sense to me without the HOA. So
Okay.
that's why I want another set of eyes on it.
No, that was more just me being curious. Okay, so 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,300 square feet. You came up with 255. Let's check. So I'm gonna want sold. I'm gonna go back a year if I need to. No, that's okay. I'll just figure out where the address. Where the hell are we?
It's right there. Yeah.
Okay, so this complex looks like it's for sure this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so we are Still Meadow. There we go. Okay, so ours is right here. So and here's where we live as far as comps are concerned. That side of the street. Okay. All right, so this one is a extra bat. Oh, and 700 square feet bigger. Yeah, we can't use that one. Okay, this is ours, isn't it?
That one's ours. That one's ours.
It's 500 too big. 800 too big. Nope.
Yeah, it was pretty hard to find comps on this one. I had to go back pretty far. What is this? What are we looking at right now? 90 days or?
I'm on a year, but this one is June 27, 2024. Same type of attached unit, so that's good. 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,281 square feet. So it's only 100 square foot difference, and it's smaller.
Mm.
It was. Ooh, is it flipped? No. This looks like someone who loves the Da Vinci Code lives here. So definitely not flipped. What about this one for 260? Okay, scroll down a little more. It's at the same. Close enough. Nope. Too big.
Do you like using Redfin for comps better than Zillow?
Yes, just because I started with Redfin first. If I had started with Zillow first, it'd be the other way. But I mean, they're damn near the same. I mean, they're almost identical.
Yeah.
Different colors.
One might not be a great example, just because it was so hard to find comps on it.
No, that's okay. I mean, based off of this, I mean, I think your ARV is probably maybe like $10,000 too high.
So you think 240?
240 between 240 and 245, and here's why. Because this one fits perfect. Well, damn near perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It fits damn near perfect as far as what it's where the comparisons are. It's sold for 215. It's estimated to gone up in the last year, and it's not flipped. So if someone put $20,000 into this thing and flipped it, then I think you would absolutely be able to sell it for $245,000 to $250,000.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, here's the thing. The way that I run comps is different than the way Calvin runs comps. It's different than the way a guy named Daniel runs comps. It's all everybody's going to run their ARVs different. All you need to be able to do is back up what you say your ARV is. And this right here, this says that in its current condition, your property in its current condition. Oh no, ours looks good, doesn't it? Doesn't ours look good?
It has pictures. Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, ours looks good. Well, let's see what you guys say. Okay, 275, 3218, too big, 2313, 189. That definitely doesn't help. Please don't be flipped. Please don't. Oh shit. That's not good.
Yeah.
That's not good at all. Because this one was flipped. I mean, they took pictures after the floor was done being wiped off from all the dust from the drywall. Like this is flipped. Oh, well. Yeah, some people don't put LVP in the bedrooms, but yeah, new bathroom, new day. Yeah, this whole thing is flipped. When did you sell?
When is it sold?
Oh,
Makes
damn, dude, this is
right.
not. Yeah, your ARV is 189, is 190.
Yeah. Okay. So this deal's not going to work. This deal has to be
Yeah,
scrapped.
yeah, because this thing just sold and it's flipped. It's, I mean, 16 square feet off from ours, and it's sold
Yeah.
for 190. So yeah, your ARV is 190.
Yeah, that's rough. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, that's why I was okay with giving out this address. I just something about it just didn't make sense to me. So, you know, because this guy's already he bought the house for 215. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
he paid too much for it. You can't.
he paid
He's in a
too much
bad spot.
already. He's not going to want to take a cash offer or anything like
Mm-mm.
that. Okay. So here I have another one, but I don't want to. Actually, I can give out a different address. This is not the exact address, but it's in the area. So we have this is one of my comps that I was using. So
Okay.
2825 Fortune Drive in Granite City, Illinois, 62040. Yeah, that one. All right. So
Okay. So this is one of your comps.
this is one of my comps. My house is a 3-2, and it has
Okay.
basically the same square foot.
Okay.
So this one's actually,
Is it rough? Does it need work?
it's rent ready. I don't know if it's like turnkey
Well,
as like it's
you
done.
got to remember, like ARV after repair value. So rent ready, is it repaired?
It has no issues. The only thing it would need is cosmetic work. So I've been
Okay.
assuming 10K worth of rehab.
What's this? You said the square footage is about 1,400.
Yeah, it's 1404. Or maybe I'm gonna double check. It's 1404. So it's like 20 less than this one.
If it were, even if it were $15 a square foot for the rehab, which is basically cosmetic, that's $21,000.
Okay.
So we got to keep that in mind.
Okay. So
Let's see. All right, so I don't need to worry about these photos because this isn't the actual property.
all right, but yeah, let's just look at the comp here. So I was in the area there. I want to see if we can find it together. There is one more that I've been using as a comp. Same zip code, so I should be a good comp. Okay, let's see.
Oh shit! What size is ours?
I'm sorry, what was that?
You said ours is a 3-2, right? Not
Ours
a
is yeah.
Okay. So our property is right
The
here.
other comp I found actually was a 2-1. I'm just realizing right now, but I mean they're selling for a lot, like they're so.
Okay, so 32, 1,700. So this is ours is 1423. So 250 more max would be 1673, and this one is 7, so it's 100 more. So I don't think that's going to really count, but I'm going to take a look at it. That's definitely not flipped. Yeah, that's not. I mean, it looks like they put stuff in it while they were living in it, but they didn't flip it for the purpose of selling. So, yeah, no, it's like they changed the faucet, the sink, and all that stuff's the same. Okay, so that one's not flipped. Let's go out a little bit. What do you look like? Oh, that's fine. Okay. Nope. 14. Nope. Nope. Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
Okay, so let's see. Is that so? If you can see Delmar Ave anywhere there, I mean, I'm looking with you, but I'm trying to find. It shouldn't be too far. My other comp was on Delmar. I mean, these are all. I feel like these are all pretty decent comps. Like this one's a 3-2 right here. It has 200 less square foot, but or 100 less, 130. But I mean, it's still 150.
When did you sell? This one last sold. Let me get one a little bit sooner. This is a good comp.
Mine both the comps I found sold in May and April. So if you
right, but let me make sure that they're actual comps. This one, where the fuck did I just find it? So this one? No, that's a 2-1. I wouldn't have picked that.
Okay, so
I wouldn't. No, ours is 3-2. So this is a good comp. So right now I'm at an ARV of 150.
okay,
and I don't see anything in the vicinity that's even higher than 150, with the exception of this one, which is the comp that you gave me.
okay. Let's
that one, but this one is
typing in. I don't know. I honestly don't know where it is, but it's in the same zip code, so it shouldn't be too far. But if you try typing in,
whoa, same zip code. That doesn't mean that it's a comp. We need to keep our comps tight within a quarter of a mile, which is why I keep going out in increments. So
yeah, okay.
This is about the extent of your range for comps.
Got it.
Now, what did you say the name of the street was? Because it still could be in here.
Delmar.
I don't see Delmar.
But the reason why I wanted to bring it up to you was because it was it's a little bit bigger. It's 1,700 square foot. So I don't know if I should be using.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't use that. You have to be plus or minus 250 square feet. I mean, sometimes it doesn't have to be like, it can be 255, 260, but 300, 350. No, you don't want to do that. That's a whole other bedroom.
Okay, got you. Yeah, but it's a 2-1 though. That's right. That's why I was using it. It's a 2-1, 1,700.
Right, but it's still 1,700 square feet. So if someone knocked the walls down and made it into a 3-1, it's still 1,700 square feet.
Got you. Okay, well,
I mean, the only other comp that you have that I would consider an actual comp for this property, because obviously I'm not going to cross St. Clair, I'm not going to cross Nakiomiki Road, and I'm not going to cross this big body of land and these train tracks, because we don't do that. Not train tracks, that trail. So based off the comps that I'm seeing here, the only one that's even in a close vicinity of what we would come up with would be this one here. This one sold for 165, but you say that ours got a 2-bath, so then I would say the ARV is 170.
Okay, and what's that 205 one right there? Yeah, it's that's a 3. That's too many square feet. Okay.
Yeah, that's 600 square feet. Too big.
So yeah, all right. So let me understand. So you took the one that was for 133 that sold in October of 2024. So you took that one. That one's like about a year. No,
what did you say? This one?
Yeah.
No, I didn't use this one. I don't use 2-1s. I do apples to apples. If ours is a 3-1 or a 3-2, I'm looking for 3-2s, or at the very least, I'm looking for a 3-1, because the biggest jump in price for real estate is the difference between a 2-bedroom and a 3-bedroom, because that's the difference between like you and your wife, or you and your husband, or your husband and your whoever, a couple living together versus a couple who want to start a family, so they need another bedroom. Or if they want to have 2 kids in another bedroom. So the biggest jump in price in real estate is going from a 2-bedroom to a 3-bedroom. And because I know that, if my property is a 3-bedroom, I'm looking for 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
So based off of the closest comparison to what your subject property is, or based off what you told me, I think that this is probably your best comp. Depending on, I mean, I'm hoping your property is somewhere in this neighborhood. If that's the case, then I think your ARV is 170, because you've got 165 for apples to apples comparison that has been flipped. It's a pretty decent flip, but ours has an extra bathroom, and an extra bathroom is usually valued at about $5,000.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, that's just my opinion. Everybody runs their ARVs different.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying. Yeah, it is like it's right where you're looking, the property.
It's in this
Okay.
neighborhood. Then
Yeah,
yeah,
it's in the neighborhood.
those are the comps. I mean, if you look at now, one other thing you could check, which I don't recommend doing unless you absolutely can't find anything, is you can always see what's being sold in this market. And this one's being sold in this market. It's a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,500 square feet.
That's for 205. That's a lot.
Not flipped, ugly wallpaper, and it has been on market for 234 days. So you
That's
know
probably
for a
fine.
fact that 205 is too high.
Well, yeah, I feel like, well, mine's cash, so I feel like 205 for on market would be ridiculous. You know what I mean? Especially if it's not flipped.
Yeah. So I think your ARV is between 160 and 170.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
What'd you come up with?
the number I got was actually 170, which is why I wanted to double check with you.
There you go. I like it.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I have a couple questions, but first I wanna give you. Do you have that calculator? Oh yeah, that one right there. Yeah. So I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna give you a couple numbers from my calculator, because I have a deal that's a little lopsided. It comes out.
What kind of deal is it?
It's hybrid. Yeah, I'll give you the
Mhm.
inputs now. So the purchase price I've been using is 250. The mortgage balance is 180,000.
Sorry, hold on. They're selling it for 250.
Well, that's just what I was gonna offer. Like,
Okay.
that's what I've been using as purchase price.
Okay.
So
Got
this
it.
is
And then what's the
actually sorry. I said hybrid. I meant seller finance.
Oh. Okay. So then purchase price is 250,000. What are you giving them as a down payment?
They want 20%. So
Oh, there's no way that's gonna work.
you don't think so?
No, our SOPs are 10 max 10%. How is that any different than an investor? If you go to an investor, well shit, here, let's put it in. What's the so they want 20%, that's 50.
Actually, let's change it to 240. I don't know if it'll make a huge difference, but let's change it.
It's not. It's not gonna make a difference. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. I mean 240, 250, it doesn't matter. What's the LTR?
Second. LTR is 1,500 and STR is 3,000. 1,550. Sorry. And then, yeah,
Is there any realtor commission?
no realtor commission.
All right. Let's see. And what are the taxes and the insurance?
These are pretty high. Taxes. The taxes is 5,200. Insurance 2,000.
Is there an HOA?
I've been leaving HOA off just for now, just to see if it works. Obviously, I'll add that on later if it is.
Well, but is there one?
I haven't checked, to be honest with you.
Gotcha. All right. And then what are you giving them monthly?
Right now I have it at 1,593.
Yeah, across the board, the deal doesn't work.
Wait, that's weird because I put in these exact numbers. All right, 1 second. I got it. For me, that's the reason I was bringing this up because I put in these exact numbers and I got -16 cash on cash for LTR, and then for STR it's 26% cash on cash. So I'm not sure why.
Did you fill in these expenses?
Yes, I filled in those expenses, but my cleaning is not at 500. I was using Air DNA, and they said they took out the cleaning fee already. But either way, I left it at 200. So I did for repair and maintenance, I did 100, lawn care 50, utilities 200, internet.
Oh, that's very low. Start over. What is the repairs and maintenance?
I put 100. Should I up that?
Yeah, well, let's just see what it comes out with. And then what's your lawn care?
Lawn care is 50, utilities 200, internet 50, and cleaning is 200, and then other I put 100.
You're at a 26% cash on cash return.
Correct. Now your cash on cash looks like mine.
Yeah, and this deal's never going to work because that $1,284 is a yearly number. That means that whoever buys this property is going to invest $65,200 to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be paying. Hold up. They're going to be paying $15,600 a year. Then they have to pay $19,116 for the seller financing payment. That's going to leave them with $130 a month in positive cash flow.
Sure, I hear you. Okay, so
the cash flow for a short-term investment should be right around $350 to $400 a month at the minimum, like the bare minimum. And for a long-term rental, it needs to be $300 a month at the bare minimum. So your cash on cash return is good, but your cash flow doesn't work.
Got it. Okay. So All right. So a couple questions about this. So in order for my cash, like when I'm doing another one of these deals, and I'm aiming for that short term rental, it has to be what, a 300 times 12. So whatever that number is, it has to be in that cash flow box for it to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And
It needs to be $3,600 in the cash flow box or more.
okay. Now she like, okay, if I wanted to negotiate with her, what would you offer her to make this deal work? Like, since she fully owns the house, she's open to seller financing, but she wants 20% down and whatever interest rate is giving me that high payment. So what would you offer to make this deal work?
$1,000 a month.
$1,000 a month with the same down payment, 20%?
If you can't negotiate her lower than that, then you don't have a choice, do you?
Yeah. Okay.
So, and you know what? I mean, I would say, yeah, let's do it this way. I would say in order to get this deal sold, because again, you're asking an investor to pay 25% as an entry fee when all other wholesalers are pushing it out for less than 15%.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, granted, your cash flow is good at this price, but if it were me, I would tell her, look, if you're dead set on 20% down, the max I'm giving you is $500 a month.
Yeah.
If you're willing to come down to $25,000 down, I'll give you $1,000 a month. I'll double it. Shit. Hold on a second. 225. What if I did it that way now with what you originally told her?
And do you usually try to attack that purchase price, like get the purchase price down, or that's not
No,
really
the purchase price is not an issue.
Okay.
Yeah, that doesn't work for the cash flow, but you can do. Oh yeah, you've got your numbers low though. Yeah, probably keep it at 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, I keep it at 1,000.
Okay, got you. And now is it usually our job to calculate the balloon, or that's something that comes later? Because like she wants a 10-year balloon as well.
There's no calculation associated with a balloon. It's just a line item you put on the contract.
Okay, I mean like the refinance part, because obviously we don't want the investors
That
to
has
be on the
that has nothing to do with us. That's up to the investor. The investor is going to see that the balloon is in the contract, and they're going to be notified at closing with the notary when they sign it. And then, like, I think it's either 6 months or a year before the balloon is due, they also get another reminder in the mail. So that has nothing to do with us. That's 10 years from now. Shit, we could be dead by then. I mean, not me, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. Okay.
So no, that has no bearing on us, and there's no calculation for it. You literally, whatever balloon, if it fits the deal, which 10 years is literally perfect for this one, you just put that in the additional terms. Balloon, 10 years. That's it. And then title and escrow will do the rest.
Got it. Okay. All right, that sounds good. I'm going to try to shoot something at her because I mean she's being pretty strict about it. She had this on market too for more than 90 days, and nobody.
I bet. Yeah,
so,
I bet.
Yeah, that's why she's open to seller finance, but she's trying to be strict about her interest rate and her down payment and all that stuff. So I'm going to try to shoot something at her.
Does she know you're wholesaling it?
No, she doesn't know yet.
Okay, I probably do that. I definitely tell her that you're wholesaling it because then it affords you the opportunity to be honest. You can say, look, Mrs. Seller, I'm trying to get this thing sold for you. You already had it on market for 90 days. Obviously, your price is too high. I can get you the price you want. I appreciate you willing to do seller finance. That helps. It helps a lot. But now you're asking for more than what investors would typically pay for all the other properties that are for sale under seller finance in your area. Do you want to get this thing sold or not?
Yeah. Okay.
And then ask her, she wants to be strict. I mean, it's up to how much effort you want to put in to get the deal. And that's when you have to weigh it. Are you trying to make this deal fit the mold, or is your time better spent just finding a deal that already fits, or at least fits better?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I'm going to shoot something at her. I'll talk to her. We'll see how strict she wants to be about it.
There you go.
Yeah. So another thing, this is just a general question for hybrid deals. When you're calculating how much the seller is paying on his mortgage and then the new seller finance portion, both of those portions are being paid by the buyer, right? At the end of the day.
Correct. That's why hybrids are very hard to find ones that cash flow well enough to move, because we're asking the investor to not only pay the mortgage payment, but then pay that seller finance on the equity as well.
Right. Okay.
Not that they can't be moved, but they're just more difficult.
So, and I know you mentioned earlier when I was talking about that other house, when I said it was cosmetic only. Whenever there's a deal that's cosmetic only, you just do what you did before. How much was it? 10 per square feet?
No, I typically do. Hold on, let me show you. It's in the Discord on the quick question guide, but I typically do based off of what it needs. So light rehab to most investors is paint, minor touch up, light landscaping, carpets, flooring replacements, and fixtures. So 15, I was being generous.
Okay.
Like if you're gonna do what you said, which is update the kitchen, the bathrooms, and things like that, you're looking at a minimum of $35 a square foot, or at the very least in between the two at $30 a square foot.
Got it.
And then if you want to do it out by state, what state is your deal in?
Illinois.
Okay, so in Illinois, to do a bathroom, which yours has 2 bathrooms, it would be $7,000 for that.
Right.
Each
Yeah,
bathroom.
well, he did the bathrooms, so.
And then if you wanted to do a kitchen in Illinois, that's $7,500. So just the kitchens and the bathrooms is $2,100. I'm sorry, $21,000.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's
okay.
not to mention if it does need flooring and paint. Like rehab's no joke. Like it's always safer to overestimate rehab because we don't know what these investors are going to do. But the ones who are especially cash deals where it's like, hey, I want that ARV, they're going to put whatever they need to put into the property in order to sell it at that ARV price.
Right.
And if that's $50 a square foot, once they do the math, if it doesn't work, they're not going to buy it. So I would rather you guys overestimate the rehab by a lot than us underestimate it by a little bit because that'll kill your deal.
Okay. Got you. Okay. Yeah. I might honestly send you some pictures later just because, it's my first time doing something like this, one of these type of deals. So your eyes might be better than mine.
But, oh, yeah. DM them to me. Or you know what would even be easier than that? If
what?
You want, DM them to me. Make sure there's no address. And then jump on the live.
Okay. Let me see if I can do that right now.
The live is at 6 p.m. tonight. So you can jump on and we can literally bring this deal right back up. And I'll give you my estimate on the rehab right then and on the spot. But the good thing about it is that everyone can learn at the same time, just in case. Because if you got that question, then chances are other people will too. Yeah,
for sure. And I'm not sure if you'll know the answer to this one, but I was watching through the course that was on the WAP or whatever, and I know Daniel. He mentioned in one of the videos, I don't remember which one it was. I'm gonna try to go back and find it. He mentioned that on properties where he's making a big amount of money on a wholesale, and he doesn't want to lose the buyer because it's like obvious because in the contract you see how much money you're making. He does this kind of trick to hide it. Do you know what he was talking about?
Say the situation again.
So he said in situations where he's wholesaling out a deal and he's making like a huge assignment fee and he doesn't want the buyer to see it because then the buyer won't want to work with him anymore or it's just like bad for the deal. He does like some kind of trick to hide that amount.
Oh, like a double close?
Yeah, that's my question. I'm not sure. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a double close. So essentially what you're doing is, you know what wholesaling is, right? You're in the middle. So on the contract, you're the buyer, but until you get the assignment contract signed with your investor, and then it transfers all that to them, right?
Right.
Okay. So in a double close situation, you're the buyer all the way through the end, and then you fill out not an assignment contract with your investor, you fill out another purchase agreement with your seller. So basically, you're buying 123 Main Street from me. You're staying the buyer. You're signing all the paperwork, all the way to the point where it says, "Okay, cool, give me the money." Title says or escrow says, "Give me the money." And at that moment, you bring your investor in to sign or their paperwork stating that they're going to buy the property from you. So as simultaneously, you are buying and selling that property. So you're buying it for one price from your seller, and you're selling it to your investor for another price. But you're doing that literally within 10 minutes of each other. So now when the money is due to pay the seller, it's coming directly from the buyer from title. That way, the seller will only see the HUD between you and them. You bought it for this price, and they got that price.
But the title company sees what's going on. They know where they get the money.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're basically saying that you're buying it low and selling it high. And they're going to cut you with the check that they cut you for the difference. That's your assignment fee.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, it's just a double close.
Okay, so that's something usual that people do then, right?
Oh yeah, that's you can definitely do that if you're gonna make. A lot of times people do double close because they're lying that they're wholesaling, which I don't agree with or condone at all. But if you are making like a 50,000, you know what I mean? That's going to rub an investor the wrong way.
Yeah, I
So
don't want to. Yeah, exactly. I don't want to lose a buyer or a seller based off one deal.
Yeah. So from the perspective of the seller, they're going to have a contract saying that they're going. I'm going to use this number for an example. That they're going to buy that you're going to buy this property from them for 200,000. So when they see the HUD, they're going to see all the fees deducted. They're going to see you paid 200,000. They got 200,000. And then for the investor, they're going to sign a purchase agreement of you selling it to them for 220 or 250. Let's say it's 250, right? A $50,000 assignment fee. Well, as far as all the paperwork is concerned that your investor is going to see, you're selling it for 250 and they're buying it for 250. So they never see the fact that you're actually making 50 grand.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. I think that's the direction I'm leaning right now, just because I don't want to lose. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to lose.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think you pretty much covered all my questions. I did have some questions about land. I'm not sure if you work with land very often.
I don't, and I hate land, but I can help you with it. But I do have my 12:30 starting in 1 minute. So if you can, either drop it in the main chat or jump on the live tonight at 6 o'clock.
Okay, will do. I'll try to jump into the live just because it's not even about an address. It's just I want to see how to like actually see how much interest there is in land. You know what I mean? Like, who am I?
Oh, gotcha. You can definitely use the Discord for that. There's a lot of like it actually puts me to shame how many land buyers that are in the Discord or how many people have connections with land buyers that me and my Discord team we don't have. So yeah, bring it to the live tonight. I'll advise you as best I can, and then if you get something locked up, I highly advise, like you can push it to my team, but that's not our thing. So I highly advise at the very least, drop it in the Discord, and then I will drop it in my other Discord communities that you guys don't really see. Okay, so yeah, well, we can definitely help you move it, but there won't be like you splitting the assignment. I'll just push that buyer to you or that connection.
Got it. Okay. And do you do the same thing for regular or is that just for land?
That's just for land.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Sounds good.
Awesome, man. Have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you. You too.
See ya.